Well, I've been involved in transparency for 5 years now, and I started because I do databases, and I'm Silona Bonewald, so I'm kind of it. And I realized that people were becoming transparent whether or not they realized it. I actually see Google as kind of being a symptom rather than the actual cause in regards to people being extremely transparent where people worry about their reputation and things of that line. And so I was like, how do we balance society with this happening so that we don't get 1984 Gattaca scenarios? And so 5 years ago, I started working on making government transparent to try to help even out the balance of things. And so 5 years ago, I came up with something called transparent legislation, and everybody thought I was nuts. And then 3 years ago, I met it with Senator Bill Bradley and pitched it to him and showed him the basic model that I was doing, and the presentation that I just gave is about taking legislation and breaking it into a paragraph level. And by taking it that atomic, it becomes issue related. And when you do that, it no longer becomes an issue of the bill. It becomes a question of the issue, not the bill. And with that, we could actually tackle something like the federal budget. And so then we started talking about how do you go and do a transparent federal budget, and had some workshops. And that's when I met a lot of these people. I dragged them all out to Austin, Texas, to the LBJ School Library, and we talked about all of the different use cases that would go into having something like a transparent federal budget where anyone could document it on a paragraph by paragraph basis. And this was 2 years ago. And then Bill talked with Obama, and Obama mentioned it during the debates, and so now there's a whole bunch of different people who are all working in that space. It's not me, it's just the concept. It's really funny for me seeing all the policy people. Because, before it was just all of us geeks, Tim O'Reilly and, all of us, and that now it's funny and that, now we're getting the policy people involved and going with it. I do a lot of work in I live in Austin, and I also fly out to San Francisco and Seattle. And so I'm very much in the geek realm, and I am a geek. I've been doing software development since '94. So doing large content management systems, and worked on databases for massively multiplayer online games and things like that. Well, a lot of it has to do with the fact of one group that we're missing, that we don't have enough of here, is designers. And they need to be in here bridging that gap in regards to visualization. And what I do is, I am a systems architect. I've been doing databases since '89. And I know how to take things and make them really atomic and really simple, and that's what I do. But the problem is I find that here, without the visualizations of what could happen if you do that, I have a hard time bridging that gap with the policy people. And so I would love to have more of them. The design is what speaks to everyone else, because a lot of the different stuff that I do, I try to focus things so that anyone can use it, not just policy people. And policy people sometimes can get caught in their own little world of legislation, like all the different things. The reason transparency wasn't breaking through is because they were very focused on legislation. And the common citizen doesn't care about a bill. They just don't. They care about an issue. And so that's why I was like, no, we have to take it more granular. We have to make it little atomic bits. And what happens is if you sit things and you make things really granular, then you can attach what I call semantic information, which is more like tagging. So you can sit there and say, this paragraph, well, it's legalese that you can't read, but this is what I say it says. And this is what this other group says it says. And this is what this other group says it says. And make up your own mind if you think that that's true.